there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching today. And today we are finishing up our Funko Fair recap. We're going to go through week 2 of Funko Fair. And as a reminder, the Funko Fair ran for a 2-week event the past couple weeks. And they had so many Funko reels from Funko Pops, Pop keychains, games, Loungefly, and so much more. And of course, we love our Funko Pops here. So we're going to primarily be focusing on the Funko Pops and those Pop keychains and those mystery minis. So we're going to go ahead and get through days 5 through 9. That was movies, TV, animation, Disney, and the final day was DC and music. So they had a lot of really cool reveals. So first off, they started off by announcing a brand new Harry Potter Patronus Pop. This one of Lupin. It's really cool. That's beautiful kind of fox creature there. That looks absolutely amazing. They actually released, we saw in the last video that they announced a couple other, I think 3 other Patronus Harry Potter Funko Pops. So they have a lot of those coming on the way. Next, they announced one of my favorite directors out there right now, Spike Lee. He's finally getting his own Funko Pop. Going to be adding to that director's line, joining the likes of Guillermo del Toro, James Gunn, Taika Waititi, and so much more. So Spike Lee with this purple suit, love it, love the glasses, love the hat. This pop is really awesome. Next, we're moving on to some of the Blockbuster movies that are coming out, and of course, Fast and the Furious, one of those huge Blockbuster franchises, and we have the family, Dominic Toretto and Jacob Toretto, played by Vin Diesel, and John Cena, who will be appearing in Fast and Furious 9. I think it's supposed to come out in May. It was supposed to come out last April or May. I think now it's slated for this May. We'll see if that comes out, but they gave us our first look through these Funko Pops, which actually looks pretty cool. I'm interested to see how John Cena's character is. He looks pretty badass. Next, we had a nice surprise that they announced Bram Stoker's Dracula Funko Pops, which are pretty dang cool. So they have in this line a young Dracula, they have a Van Helsing, they have a armored Dracula, then they also have an older Dracula, actually does come with a chase where he's kind of licking the blood off a knife. That actually looks pretty cool. And then later there is going to be a Funko Shop exclusive. It's going to be a full armored Dracula, which is going to look absolutely amazing. And I like how the armor kind of looks. The ridges in there, that looks pretty dang sweet. So I might have to get my hands on that Funko Shop exclusive when that comes out later down the road. Next, we had some Disney movie Funko Pops, and this one was of Cool Runnings. This was a nice surprise to see. Wouldn't necessarily think that they would do a Cool Runnings set of Funko Pop, but they released 2 of them. They released Irv and Sanka. That is pretty cool. I like them doing some of these older nostalgic movies. This is a movie from, I think it came out in the 90s, where everybody remembers Cool Runnings, and seeing those the replays of it on the Disney Channel when they were kids too. So I think this was a pretty cool one for them to be able to add to that movies line. Next, one of my favorite sports movies, White Men Can't Jump. Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, young Woody Harrelson. This movie's hilarious. And so they have Sydney and Billy. There's a couple different versions of them. So first off, we have just 2 singles where each of them by themselves, and then Target also has an exclusive 2-pack with both of them together, and they're both holding their basketball. So I think that's pretty cool. I really like this movie. Next, they did also announce Funko Pops for The Mummy. Now, Michaela and I really love The Mummy. We love going on the Return of the Mummy roller coaster over at Universal Studios. So these Pops were definitely ones that we need to have. Brendan Fraser made him a star, and then after that kind of went down. But hey, he's back. He has some really cool stuff. Watch Doom Patrol if you haven't. He's in that show. But Brendan Fraser's character Rick, along with Evelyn and the Mummy Imhotep, is also in there. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Imhotep. But Imhotep looks pretty menacing with his jaw kind of drooping there. So this is going to be some pretty cool pops, and Rick's character looks absolutely beautiful. Brendan Fraser in that movie looks majestic. I wish I could look like that. And they ended off the movie day by announcing some Goonies. And these are some really cool Goonies pops. Now, they have released Goonies pops previously. It's just that this is going to be a brand new line. So they had 6 of them, 4 commons. So they had Mikey, Data, Chunk, and Sloth. They also had a couple exclusives. A Sloth Walmart exclusive, him holding some ice cream. And also they had the older brother, Brand, who was played by Josh Brolin, one of his first big movies, and that's over at Target. So we really like these. We ended up getting all of them except for Brand. Brand sold out at Target before we can get to him. So we're hoping for a restock for him, because these Goonies, and Goonies is a great movie, and these Goonies pops are awesome. They're a little bit different than the last ones that were released too. The fact that they're holding different things and they look a little bit different, I think it looks pretty cool. So when they started day 6, they came out with a bang for television, and they announced a whole new set of pops for The Office. So they showed some Walmart exclusive Funko Pops. They had Phyllis, they had Oscar, and then they also had a couple Ryan Howard pops. So Ryan has one of him with his regular black hair, and then also one where he has blonde hair, and those are all going to be available exclusively at Walmart. So we picked those up. Over at Chalice Collectibles, they have a really awesome set of Michael Scott and Dwight Schrute playing basketball, the episode when they have that pick-up basketball game. And they also have a chase version as well for Dwight when he takes his shirt off. So that actually looks like a pretty cool one. I like those pops, and Michael Scott, he's dunking. He's kind of like the Michael Jordan pop where he's dunking a little bit. So that looks pretty awesome. They were not finished there with Office Pops. They also finally released a Creed Funko Pop, and they have a couple different versions of him. One over at GameStop, where he has the beans in his hand, and he's eating those beans. And then also a specialty series, which is available a lot of different places. They have just a regular Creed of just him pointing. And then they also have a chase with him holding for one of the Halloween episodes of him holding a coffee cup, and he has some blood all over him. So finally announcing some Creed, The Office Pops. That's really awesome. I like that chase. I was not able to get that chase. There were a few different places that had the chase bundle. Wasn't able to get in on that. They sold out very quickly, but I did get the GameStop exclusive one. So I am very happy about that. Next, we had over from GameStop, a G.I. Joe versus Transformers box. And so this is another one of those mystery boxes where there's a few different items that you can get in there. It's not as large as the other ones they've done, like the Dragon Ball Z or the Venomized Fantastic Four boxes, but this one does have some pretty cool stuff. So it does come with 2 Funko Pops, 1 keychain, 1 decal, a pin set inside of the collector's lunchbox. One side of the lunchbox is Transformers, the other one is G.I. Joe. And so you will get either Optimus Prime or Megatron Funko Pop from the Transformers side, and then you will either get a Duke or a Cobra Commander Funko Pop over from the G.I. Joe side. I really like that Cobra Commander Funko Pop, so just for that, I might be tempted to get it. I have not ordered it. I still saw it's available, but I really, really like that Cobra Commander Pop. We already have the Optimus Prime Pop, although he does have, a battle axe on the end of it, so, that might be worth getting it, but I'm going to have to think about that. But these ones look pretty cool. I really like that Cobra Commander one. These are all available at GameStop. And then we also have some more G.I. Joe Funko Pops. So we have Scarlet, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, which looks really awesome. And I'm super excited for that Snake Eyes movie that's supposed to come out, I think, later this year. And then there's also Storm Shadow, and the Baroness is also in that as well, I missed. And they are going to be coming out with a Funko Shop exclusive, and which is Snake Eyes, but this time he has his little wolf Timber, and that looks awesome. He kind of has the different eyes, right? With the regular common, it looks like it's just a mask, but this one it's that completely covered, so it makes him look even cooler, and it looks like a little bit different of a plastic made on the end. So I am definitely going to be getting that Snake Eyes Funko Shop exclusive when they come out. Hopefully I can get that. Next we have some more TV pops. This one they have a bunch of pops from the Umbrella Academy. This is a fantastic show on Netflix. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's like a superhero family, and they have Luther, Vanya, Number 5, and Pogo. And they also have some more of Allison, Klaus, Ben, and Diego. And those are all going to be commons releasing this year. They also do have a couple exclusives. Well, I think actually just one exclusive, rather. They have one glow-in-the-dark exclusive of Vanya that's available over at Target. That looks really cool, and she's starting to glow in there. So that's going to be a glow-in-the-dark. We did pick up that one. And then there are some keychains of Number 5, Pogo, Vanya, and Klaus. There's also a Vanya Chase. That looks pretty cool of her being all white. So I really like that keychain. And over from Entertainment Earth, they do have an exclusive Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this is a jumbo size pop, so it is going to be, I believe it's supposed to be the 10-inch one, but it looks pretty cool. Kind of this little monster in the middle there. Looks big and menacing, so it looks like a pretty cool pop to add. Not gonna get that one. I think we are kind of all filled up with jumbo pops. We did order a couple of jumbo pops, though, that we'll get to in just a second here, that I did order, but I don't think we'd like to have too many jumbo pops. But next we do have some Bewitched Funko Pops. These ones are really, really cool. I'm glad that they have some more of these classic television shows. They put a nice run on some classic television shows that we're going to see here in a second. But they have Endora and Samantha. We really, really liked that Samantha pop, so we did go ahead and order Samantha. I love that. She's on her stand, she's on her broom about to fly. That one looks absolutely amazing. I love the colors on these Bewitched pops. Next, they did announce a new line of Frasier pops. And it's just going to be 3 of them. So we have Martin, and he has his little pup Eddie, Niles, and of course Frasier there on top. And we also have some more classic television, and from Happy Days. You know, you can sing that theme song all day long in your head. Got Arnold, Richie, Chachi, Joni, and of course the Fonz. Hey, the Fonz one is pretty cool. I do like the Joni and Chachi one too. That would be a great set to have next to each other. Them 3 there all next to each other. I think that's pretty sweet. Now, they did also announce a new line for His Dark Materials. I have not watched this show. It's on HBO, I think. I've not watched it yet, but I've heard some really good things about the first season. I'm not sure if they finished the second season yet or if they just started it. I think they just started it about a month ago. But these do look like some pretty cool pops. So they have Lara, Azrael, Mrs. Coulter, and Lee, and they are all with their little demons on the side. So with His Dark Materials, from what I know, pretty much demons manifest in the shape of animals, and so each one of these people have their own kind of demon animal. So that does look pretty cool that they can have their own demon animal next to it within the Funko Pop. But that's what we got for day 6 of television. And then next we went on to animation. And with animation, before they got into all the animated pops, they dropped with a banger of Godzilla vs. Kong. We were so excited for these pops. I went and ordered almost every single one that they announced because this is one of probably my most anticipated movie this year. Is that and the Snyder Cut, and at least for what I know is coming out. Of course, I'm excited for Black Widow and the Eternals and No Time to Die, right? I'm excited for all of those movies. But Godzilla vs. Kong, especially after watching that trailer, oh my gosh, I'm super pumped for this movie. And so they announced a whole set of them. So they have Godzilla, and they also have Kong, where he's angry, beating his chest with those red eyes. They have Atomic Breath Godzilla. They also have Kong that has a battle scar, but he also has a crane in his hand. You saw that in the trailer. And then a Battle Ready Kong, where he has like a giant bone. And in the trailer, you saw where he's about to hit Godzilla over the head with it. And he has a little atomic breath flame on it. Those all look super, super awesome. And then there's also some jumbo size pops, because you gotta have jumbo size pops. And again, I did get the jumbo size pop, but these are probably the last ones that I will try to get, unless I'm gonna have to get rid of some. But those are the jumbo size pops of Godzilla and Kong. They also have some mini versions of keychains, if you'd rather go smaller. And then over at FYE, they have a awesome glow-in-the-dark Godzilla Atomic Breath. I had to pick that one up. It's really cool. Unfortunately, FYE does not have free shipping, so you have to bite the bullet on the shipping there, even if it's a larger purchase. But we did end up getting that one. And then Books A Million, interestingly enough, had a 2-pack. Now it's the regular 2 pops that they had before, like the Angry Kong and regular Godzilla, but it's just a 2-pack. So I think it was like $19 versus, some places were selling, each of the pops for like $12. So hey, it might be a good deal, but we ended up ordering this 2-pack just because we thought it was cool. We did get the other ones as well, so we'll kind of pick and choose what we want, or keep all of them, just because, again, I'm super pumped for this movie. And then finally, they did finish with some other jumbo-sized pops, and these are Walmart exclusive. They have the City Lights, Kong, and Godzilla from the end of that trailer when they were fighting in the city with the lights shining up on them. So Kong is purple, Godzilla is blue. I think that looks so cool. Now, when they finally got over to animation after all of that hype for Godzilla vs. Kong, they started off with some pretty cool Avatar The Last Airbender pop pins. So they got Sokka, Katara, Appa, and Aang, and there's also a chase where it looks like Aang's kind of in his water form. That one's a pretty cool one there for that limited edition chase. Now, this one, Michaela and I were super pumped about this. We were very, very much anticipating this Clifford the Big Red Dog pop. They did show a little sneak preview like a few days before Funko Fair on the Funko Twitter and Instagram, and they kind of showed the flocked the side of I think the ear of flocked Clifford. So we knew that they were coming. We were excited, so we got both of these. One is Clifford and Emily, and Emily's a buddy sized, and to make it look like Clifford is huge. And then there's also going to be a flocked Clifford exclusively at Hot Topic, so we got both of those too. We love flocked Funko Pops, and who doesn't love a flocked big dog? Yeah, so that's going to be great. And there's supposed to be that movie coming out soon. I don't know when it is. I know that there was that teaser that got released a few months ago for Clifford. I don't think we got the look at Clifford fully on screen, but I guess this is going to be to promote the movie, so we'll probably hear something soon if they already announced the Funko Pops. These ones were definitely along the top of our most anticipated Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. This was one of my favorite shows growing up. I watched all of the episodes. I absolutely loved it. So we have Blue, Mac, Eduardo, and there's also a Hot Topic exclusive flocked Eduardo. That one they also did tease before Funko Fair. I'm excited that they put out a flock. We got the entire set of these. And there are so many friends from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends where they can put so many more. I'm waiting for that flocked Coco. I want that flocked Coco Funko Pop. That's going to be so exciting when that comes out. Next, they released some more Rick and Morty Funko Pops. So they have Evil Morty, Queen Summer, and then also the Bartholomew Jumbo Pop, the big dragon from Rick and Morty, got their own Jumbo Pop. And then there's also some more Rick and Mortys where you have Morty and Rick each have Glorzo on their face that's attached to their face. And then over at Target, there was an exclusive Rick Funko with the funnel as a hat. And then coming later from the Funko shop exclusively is going to be a pretty cool looking Morty, and he's holding a Rick doll. So that's going to be a pretty cool one to look out for in the Funko shop down the line. And then actually from some of the same writers as Rick and Morty, Solar Opposites. We only watched the first few episodes on Hulu, but we enjoyed it so far. We have to go back and finish it. But for Solar Opposites, we have Jesse, Terry, Yumulak, and Corvo as those 4 Funko Pops. And they all look pretty cool. They're all really funny aliens. They're now living, in normal society. So that's pretty cool. Now, this next one, I don't really know what it is. Line Friends. I guess it's a kid show or a collectible. I'm not sure. But there are 4. They're kind of different animals. Coney, Choco, Brown, and Sally are the 4 here. I had to look that up. I wasn't sure what they were. But there's also going to be a flocked Funko Shop exclusive Brown that will be coming down the road. They do look really cute. So I won't get them just because I don't really know much about them. Not a fan. But hey, I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there that like these. So good for you if you like them. Let me know if you guys know about Line Friends and if you can tell me a little bit more about them. Next, we have the classic comic strip Dilbert, also made into an animated series as well. It's just one single pop. It's Dilbert. He's pretty simple. It's pretty much always the same. There we are. So that's all they had for day 7 for animation. Now, day 8 was really, really highly anticipated for us because it was Disney Day. Of course, we love Disney. And they started off with some really cool Funko Pops, a brand new set for Pinocchio. And for Pinocchio, they had Figaro with Cleo jumping out of the fishbowl and giving him a kiss on the cheek. That's really cute. They also had Geppetto playing his accordion. They had Pinocchio holding a book. They had Jiminy Cricket, and they had 2 Jiminy Crickets. So there was one regular one, and that's kind of his hobo garb, and then also a Diamond Edition exclusively over at Books A Million. And then finally there was Blue Fairy, and we absolutely love this. And there is the Blue Fairy with glitter chase, and so her dress is all glittery, and it looks like it's a little bit not necessarily see-through, but it kind of looks a little bit more white. So that's pretty cool there. We really like that chase. Then also, they announced an Amazon exclusive series, and they said it's going to be a series, so I assume there's going to be more that are going to be released later. It is Mickey and Minnie Mouse art series exclusively on Amazon. Now, I don't really love these. There are some pretty cool ones that are art series from Disney for Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse. These are actually priced a lot higher than the other ones. I saw that it was like $20 or $28, something like that for it. So it's a lot higher than some of the other ones, like the Fantasia art series I got from Walmart or Target was like $17. So this is definitely a lot higher. But hey, it looks like it's a little bit of like a Valentine one. On one, I see that there's a ring, that there's a heart, there's like a little mini bow, a kiss. So those might be a little bit more Valentine themed. They are available now. And then we also had a Alice in Wonderland. I think this was for the 70th anniversary of Alice in Wonderland. So they had the Mad Hatter, Cheshire Cat, the March Hare, and then Alice, and this is a deluxe pop, and it's Alice in the Bed of Singing Flowers. So that was a little bit bigger of a pop. That was really nice. And then they also had Alice, and she's curtsying. Queen of Hearts, and it comes with the Little King. There's the White Rabbit, and he has his watch. And then they had a 2-pack of Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I saw that one was very popular. I saw it sold out, I think, on Walmart and Target. And then they had some exclusives. Over at Walmart, they had a jumbo size Cheshire Cat. And then they also had over at Box Lunch, there was a Alice where she has the bottle, the Drink Me bottle. And then I think it's at Target. Yeah, Target. It is Alice leaping, and she's holding the book. And then Finally, at Target, there was also the White Rabbit, who is flocked to the Pop and Tea bundle. Now, I'm going to real quick kind of rant talk about my frustration with Target on this one, because they were doing something really, really weird for the release of this. So first off, the first number of days of the Funko Fair, Target was on top of it either by the time or a little bit before the announcements. They were dropping the availability on their app and website for you to pre-order. So we were able to get a lot of the pops from Target. But as it went on, especially in the second week, Target was waiting very, very long time to drop things. And so when they announced this, I think they announced it at like 1 or 2 o'clock. We didn't see some of these drop on there until like 7, 8 at night Eastern time. Now, when they finally dropped the tea bundle, I think it was like 9 o'clock or 9:30. I remember we were eating, and I got the notification that they dropped it, and it turned out that they released it, but it was released on the West Coast, or West Coast and Midwest. So everyone on Twitter was saying if they were in the Midwest and West Coast, they had no problem getting it. If you were on the East Coast, it wasn't even coming up as available. It was coming up saying, oh, this product is unavailable when you would try to click on the link. So it was really, really weird. The next day, they finally put it on stock. We got a restock notification, and it showed up available, but then when I went to go check out, it said it was gone, because a lot of times when they restock, they only restock a little bit. So it was really weird that so many people on the East Coast could not get this one. So hopefully they end up restocking. I think this is supposed to come out over the summer, I think like May or June. So hopefully once we get closer, we can restock, because we love our flocked Funkos, and this was a really great one that we want to get. That Michaela really wants that tea bundle. But moving on from my rant, we had some Lilo and Stitch Funko Pops that were released. Some pretty cool ones of Lilo and Pudge. And Pudge is holding the sandwich. That's really awesome, where she gives him a sandwich. She puts a sandwich in the ocean for Pudge every day because he controls the weather. That's really awesome. There is also a Stitch of him sitting on the ground and smiling. Stitch playing the ukulele. There is also a Pop Rides of Stitch on the rocket. And there's also a Lilo with Scrump. I think that one's going to be very popular, because the other Pops that have Scrump in it, like the Stitch Angel and Scrump Pop, and then also the old Scrump Pop, are both very popular. So I imagine this one's going to be very popular too. And then they have some more of Lilo and Stitch. Of course, in Disney milk Stitch for all they can, but it's all right. We all love Stitch. There is a jumbo size Stitch of him sitting. There's also the Pop keychain of Stitch sitting, and the Pop keychain of Lilo with a camera. They also released a bunch of mystery minis of Lilo and Stitch, and Scrump is in there, and all of them, including little Pudge with the sandwich. I think that's awesome. And then finally, some exclusives. So over at Hot Topic, there is a Sleeping Stitch Funko Pop. There's also a couple Pop keychains. One of Stitch doing the hula dance, and one of those sitting flocked Pop keychains. And then speaking of flocked sitting Stitches, you can get the actual Funko Pop of that over at Target. And then to finally finish out Stitch, there is a FYE exclusive Stitch, which is really awesome, of him destroying the town, where he's in the bedroom and he's destroying the diorama, the toys of the city. And then this one, that one we definitely want to get. This one is going to be a must-have from the Funko shop. That's Stitch with the record player, where Lilo is showing him the record and the music, and he has the record player. He's kind of touching it, and then there's a chase of that as well, of him playing it out of his mouth when he's touching the record player. That's really cool. We haven't seen a lot of Funko Shop chases recently, so this is going to be very exciting. So we might have to get a couple of them if we get the chance, and see if maybe we can get a chase. I would love that. Now, Disney also did announce a brand new line of Mickey Mouse art series available at Walmart. These were really cool. I like these. These are priced a lot better. I think it's like $16, $17 for each of these. So there's a Conductor Mickey, that has kind of a light blue. There is the Brave Little Tailor, which has a green. There is Steamboat Willie, which is that black and white and gray. Love it. There's a Firefighter Mickey, red, and then there's the Apprentice Mickey, which kind of that purple and light blue on there. So those are all really, really cool. And then the newest Pixar movie coming up, Luca. That has a couple pops with a little peek at it of Luca and Alberto. Don't know a ton about Luca. I know Disney has kind of shared a little bit about it. It's going to be pretty much about two best friends during one summer. I think that they're in Italy or something. So it sounds like a really, really nice concept, a nice adventure friend movie. I guess we'll see more about it soon, but can't get too excited about it because I don't really know much about these pops. I think it's coming out like this June or something. And then I talked about this before. I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit, one of my favorite movies. So they released these pop pins that made me excited. There is Roger Rabbit, Judge Doom, Smarty Weasel, and Jessica Rabbit. And there is a Jessica Rabbit chase. It looks like a glitter chase, which looks pretty dang cool. So that is great there. Some pop pins. And Disney just keeps going. They have a brand new Winnie the Pooh Valentine's Day. It's a flocked one from Hot Topic. We are picking up that. Look out for a video for that. That's already in store, so we have a video come out about that very soon. And then they also released some Raya and the Last Dragon Funko Pops to end the day. So there was Raya with her warrior pose. There is Tuk Tuk, which is like that little animal that could roll into shell. There's Raya, and she's standing and holding the sword. There's a little baby Noi, and from the trailer, looks like the villain of the movie, Namari. And then also we have Ungi, which is another common, Sisu common pop, and then a couple exclusives. One is a younger Raya from the Amazon exclusive, and then finally we have a Sisu glow-in-the-dark Funko Pop from Walmart, which we should be getting in the next couple weeks. So we'll have a video about that when that comes in and showing off that glow. This one looks like a really cool glow. I am very excited about Raya and the Last Dragon, especially after seeing that last trailer. It looks like a really, really great action movie from Disney, and the animation looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm looking forward to that. Now we are finally getting to the last day of Funko Fair. And so this was DC and music. So that's some awesome DC pops. And the first one that they mentioned was something a brand new line of pop comic covers. Now they've been doing pop albums, and they released some more pop albums that we'll look at in a little bit. But in those albums have actually been pretty cool. I've seen some of those, like the AC/DC one. I saw, I think it was Wanko, had a video on that and showed that off. That was actually really cool. So I was thinking about getting those, but then they showed this, the comic cover, and I knew I had to get it. So it's Action Comics #1, and it is fantastic that this is the #1 edition in this brand new line of Superman. And so you have the pop of Superman with the original suit with the comic book cover behind him. I think that's absolutely amazing. So I had to pick that up. This one, though, that was a little interesting. That different shops had a lot different prices. So Target was trying to sell for $20. I saw some, I think I got it from Walmart for $14.99. Some were selling it for $17. Some were selling it for $18. So it was kind of all over the spectrum. All within a few dollars, but it was kind of all over the spectrum, which was a little weird. But, hey, that happens sometimes. We saw that recently with the Fry Kids Funko Pops that actually just went up on the Funko Shop. This on Monday, I think it went up. We saw some controversy with that, but hey, that all got fixed. But next we have some DC, the Flash from CW, some brand new pops there. So we have some pretty cool ones from Flash himself, and that also has a little keychain version of it. Killer Frost. There is Bloodwork, which looks menacing. There's also a Godspeed, and that Godspeed, the common looks really awesome. I love the suit, the all-white suit, but there's also a glow-in-the-dark version of it they can get over at GameStop. And then this one is probably going to be my favorite of the line. It's going to be a Funko Shop exclusive that is going to be coming soon. That's also going to be glow in the dark, and you can see the lightning kind of coming out behind them. So that is really awesome. I love those two glows. I did order the Godspeed Funko, so that's going to be exciting when that comes in a few months. And then we have the Justice League Pop Pins. Justice League Pop Pins have Superman, Cyborg, The Flash, Wonder Woman, and a Wonder Woman gold chase. That looks pretty nice. I did not get these pop pins, even though I'm a big fan of Justice League. Did not get these pop pins. I'll pass on them. Maybe I'll come back around later. Now, it is going to be the 80th anniversary of Wonder Woman. I love the logo that they made for that. If you see up there, though, there's an 8 and a 0 in Wonder Woman, which is pretty cool. So they released 5 different pops. So they have the Golden Age Wonder Woman, Ultra Mod Secret Agent Wonder Woman, one for the contest, where that's her with the black hair and the kind of the shorts, Challenge of the Gods, and there's also a keychain of Challenge of the Gods. And then there is DC Dark Metal from that Dark Metal comic line. And there's also a limited edition glow chase for that too. So that chase looks awesome with the chainsaw and the lasso lighting up. So that looks pretty cool. And that was a PX Previews Funko Pop as well. So that's all the DC ones they had. But going off to the second part of day 9 was music. And the first music pop they released was Britney Spears. So they had 2 different Britney Spears pops. I forget which music videos that these were from. I have not watched a music video for Britney Spears or listened to Britney Spears in like 10 years, so wouldn't really know. But there is a stewardess and a catsuit version of Britney Spears. I'm sure a lot of people really went after these. There's also a brand new pop album, the 8th one in the line. This was Motorhead with the Aces of Spades album. And then there's also another AC/DC, which looks great. The Back in Black one, again, that I saw that Wayne Copeman video about was awesome. So this Highway to Hell one looks great too. And then we also had some single Funko Pops of some musical artists. One of Aaliyah. And then we also had a couple for Bret Michaels, where one is a common. They also have a chase. It looks like the main difference is that he's just wearing a different hat. So it's not a huge difference, but there is a chase for that. I don't imagine the chase being super, super sought after, though, but I'm sure chases are always a little bit more. But I'll be surprised if it ends up being a high-valued one. Then we have Kid and Play, which looks really awesome with the 2 of them together. And this is the 2-pack. They both come together, I believe. And then we also have Devo of the 2 of them. I think they're single pops, I believe. And then finally, there was Fall Out Boy pops, where they have Patrick Stump and Pete Wentz. They also have a Hot Topic exclusive for Pete Wentz there as well, where he's wearing a black and white striped shirt. There we go. That was a lot. Woo, I'm tired. But there was a lot of Funko Fair. It did take 2 different videos to go over the 2 weeks of Funko Fair. There was a lot of really cool stuff. For this second week, I love the Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, the Clifford, the Big Red Dog, Funko Pops, the Pinocchio Pop. They're really awesome on the Disney Day. I love some of the Lilo and Stitch ones. Of course, Godzilla vs. Kong is probably the biggest one that we ended up getting. I went all in on those pops, so I got a lot of them. But out of all of the pops that were released in week 2, you guys let me know in the comments down below, what were some of your favorites? Did you order any of these Funko Pops from week 2? And what are you most excited about? Let us know in those comments down below. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. We have a ton of Funko Pop videos on the channel, and we have a lot more coming over the next month. We're pretty much going to be doing videos every day instead of 3 times a week like we have been doing. So make sure you check all those out, and I hope you enjoy them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you again real soon.